So I'm just gonna start off by putting a little bit in here. And then I like to put all of my amendments kind of at the bottom. So I like my seedlings to kind of have, you know, take a little bit, a couple weeks. Take a couple weeks to, let's see if so it's not super hot for a seedling. Yeah, that's about good. That's a good start. About a gallon, I'd say. Okay. So I like to run about a tablespoon a gallon for about everything. I like to do a tablespoon per gallon for starting out, and then when I amend, I'll only amend Gaia, and I'll do 2 tablespoons per gallon every 4 weeks. But other than that, oh, and 2 tablespoons per gallon of the Mycos. You can never go wrong with the Mycos. The Mycos. 2 tablespoons per gallon. Next we got our kelp meal. We're gonna be doing 1 tablespoon per gallon of this stuff. I know it's a process. Okay. Stuff fucking smells like straight seaweed. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go down the line, hit up some langbionite. I like the langbionite because the ocean forest is known to have a little bit of lack of potassium. So I will go ahead and I will add a little bit of langbionite. Stuff is super strong. That's 1 tablespoon there. I'll fold this back up real nicely. And then we'll hit up the dolomite lime. This is CalMag right here, pretty much. If you over potassium it, it will cause other side effects. Like too much potassium causes a lack of calcium. I believe there's a lack of magnesium. Throw that in there, a little teaspoon of that. Remember, this is all gonna get mixed together. I'm gonna hand mix it, so it don't really matter. A little bit of azomite. I've been hearing a lot of guys say that this isn't actually like the biggest need, but a little bit of trace minerals, never bad. The only thing I'm missing from this ratio is adding a little bit more perlite. I would like to do that, but I didn't have time or the funds to go do that this go around, so we're gonna try it without. Hit up the alfalfa meal. This is good for root development. A little bit of alfalfa, spilled some in there, so I'm just gonna do a little bit less than a tablespoon. And then the neem seed meal. This is pretty much for all the fungus gnats and all of your insects and all the bad things you don't want that comes in the soil. All right, next we're gonna go take some Gaia.
Okay.
Okay, now that we've got everything in there, we're just gonna go ahead and mix. You want to hold your breath for sure. Maybe even add a little bit of water so that the dried amendments don't go flying into your nose hole. Taste it on your tongue. Okay. Next, we're gonna do the next layer.
That looks really good.
right, we added about another gallon and a half, and we're gonna do the same thing all over again. We're gonna throw all of our down to earth amendments in there, add a tablespoon apiece, 2 tablespoons of the Mycos, and then 2 tablespoons of the Gaia, all 4-4-4-4. And then we're just gonna top it off with a little bit of Fox Farm and sprinkle another tablespoon or 2 of mycorrhizae fungi. Plant a seed in there and call it a day. Then do 2 tablespoons of the Mycos. We're gonna give this all a mix together as well. Bring some of that bottom dirt up, just get it fully mixed around, get all of that mixed in. It's gonna give it a slight pack underneath the rings. These AC Infinity pots are nice because it's actually 3 gallons underneath of the ring, so you can actually have some room to tie it down, and we are still very fluffy, which is nice. Okay, we will see you guys inside when we're gonna be placing down a bean. We don't even know which one yet. Before we go, we are actually gonna throw in 1 more tablespoon right in the center where we're gonna place our bean. Just for a little bit of, don't use all of them because I place it pretty far, so I'm gonna actually do that. And then do this again. And then do this again. Do this again. Do this again. Do this again. And before we know it, okay, I'm gonna place the bean in there. This is the purple berry muffins seed going in the 3-gallon pot right now. We have it all pre-mixed with Mycos. We're just gonna right there, give it to it, boom, and then we're just gonna cover it up. All right, guys, we just got this thing into the tent now. As you guys see, I propped it up with a couple bricks just so that the pot hangs lower, because I wanted to give it as much room as possible so I can raise the light up. I'm thinking about redoing this right here, and instead of having like a middle joint, I'll probably just connect it directly to this strap, so that's got a nice firm point, so that I'm not like moving it, because if this shifts one way, you know, it's gonna pull the strings. So right now we're about 15-16 inches above the canopy at about 30% power on this T22. And yeah, we're in germination right now. I'm just making sure that the nice top of the soil is all wet with a couple sprays. Just been keeping it up, trying not to spray directly so that the root's trying to reach for the water, not just getting it. And yeah, we got the AC Infinity fan on half power, oscillating right now. And I'm running my schedule to go, so it's going off at 3, comes back on at 9, and it'll go all night long. And once this baby sprouts, the only thing I could be doing is adding a humidity dome, but I don't have one of those right now, so I'm just gonna keep applying water. It's not that difficult, just one plant. So, I was just trying to see if I can see any roots or anything coming through. But once it sprouts out of the water, that is day 1, and we'll start keeping track. And that is a how to put and mix your own soil into your own pots.